The truth is, life often doesn't go according to plan. I think we've all experienced times when we feel stuck, we feel overwhelmed, or we're lacking clarity for one reason or another. And that's why I developed this 3R framework, which I use with my clients, I use personally to help get that mindset reset when you're feeling stuck, when life throws curveballs your way, when it feels like your kind of momentum is slowing down, or you're hitting those speed bumps of life that can often knock us off track. And I think we're kind of delusional if we think that our path from where we are to where we want to be is going to be a smooth, clear, uneventful journey. And if it is, fantastic, wonderful, it can happen. But more often than not, life happens. So the 3R framework is an opportunity for you to kind of assess, audit, take stock of what's currently happening, to refocus on where you want to be heading, and to realign both your mindset and your actions to help make it happen. So let's look at the 3R framework, which hopefully you can find useful if ever you experience one of those moments again. And as I've mentioned, the first one is simply to reflect. Reflect and give yourself a bit of an assessment and an audit of what's currently happening. What are your wins? What are your achievements? What's going well? And then secondly, is there anything you can let go of? Is there anything that feels heavy? Is there any burden? Is there any distraction? Is there any tasks, actions, or activities that you're currently doing that aren't helping, that are weighing you down, that are not moving the needle in the right direction for you? So that's the first step, is simply to reflect on where you are. If you take a snapshot of your current situation, what's going well, what are some of those achievements, and also, is there anything that's weighing you down that you could now possibly let go of? Feel free to get if it's safe and appropriate, get a journal out, get some paper out, and just get some of these thoughts and ideas out of your head, and that task and that activity alone can really lighten the load as well. And the second one is to refocus. Refocus on what's really important to you, on what matters most to you where you are right now. What mattered to you previously, what matters to you in the future might not be what matters most to you in this moment. We go through different times and seasons and changes in our life, and sometimes we just need to get a bit of clarity on what's important right now, where we are with what's going on. So that's the first step, is in the process of refocusing, is to just get clarity and really sieve through the noise and just really look at what's important to you right now. And then the other one is, who do I need to be? And that's something I've spoken about quite a bit recently in previous episodes. And that's the importance of our identity, our internal kind of programming of, what's the identity we're living out. Our achievements will kind of rise and be limited to our current identity. So a kind of really short question to kind of help get some refocus there is simply, who do I need to be in order to achieve the outcome, the results, the things that are important and things that matter to me most? Who do I need to be now? What would that version of me be doing, thinking, feeling, acting like now? And just help you to get some clarity on who you need to be in order to achieve the results that you want. So to get that refocus is really important. And then the third one is to realign. And that's simply to realign. What's the smallest next step that you can take that's going to help move you in the right direction? Again, I've said time and time again, everything we do either moves us towards or away from the things that we want. Our actions, our habits, our behaviors, our thoughts are either empowering us or hindering us. So break it down. It might be that there's quite a few steps between where you are to where you want to be, but you can only take the next step, and you don't need to take all the steps in one go. But if you just focus on what the one next step is that you could take, and then keep taking consistent steps in the right direction, and that will help move the needle, help you to gain that traction, that momentum, that forward progression towards the things that you want. And if ever you feel like you're stuck, you're slowing down, or you've been knocked off track, That's just a really simple and effective way of helping you to course correct, to realign, and get yourself back on the right path. So, what's the smallest, the next, the easiest step that you can take in the right direction for yourself? So that's the 3R framework. We've whizzed through that. You can take your time over it. You can get a cuppa and get some paper out and just take some time out to really ask yourself those questions. It's not meant to be a prolonged task. It is a quick, effective thing that you can do whenever you have one of those moments. It's something you can do weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually, but it's just another kind of framework that you can slot in and use to help yourself to get some clarity, to refocus and realign your mindset, your actions with the goals and the achievements that you want for yourself now and in the future. So remember, reflect, refocus, and realign. All of these will be in the notes below, so feel free to go through those. And you don't have to remember it all in one go, is what I'm saying to you. Replay, rewatch this as often as you need to. Look at the notes and just take yourself through the 3R framework whenever you need to get that mindset reset, to get that clarity, and to realign your thoughts, your feelings, your actions in the right direction. So once again, let me know in the comments, what's one thing that you're going to take away from this framework? When and how do you think you might be able to use it? And let me know what your next step is, and I look forward to hearing what you're doing next. And any questions, let me know, and take care for now. All the best.